In this video, we'll be looking at this EZColoris wireless microphone set. This is just the carrying case that it comes in, so a nice little padded carrying case, but we'll go ahead and open it up here. Inside the case here, you see we have two nice compartments for kind of separating all the things you get. Inside here, we do have the receiver, which I'll go ahead and show you now. So this is for USB-C and Lightning. As you can see, it uses one little receiver for both. So nice if you're going to be using it for different devices, or if you have a Lightning phone and maybe get a USB-C one in the future, you are able to use the same receiver for both, which is super nice. We do have two microphones as well, so it's nice if you're doing interviews or anything like that. You are able to use both microphones at the same time, so you just turn them on and they will both connect to that receiver, which will be connected to your phone or other device. So of course you have the option to use just one microphone, but it is very cool to be able to connect two simultaneously, again, if you're doing interviews or if you're recording with multiple people or anything like that. The rest of the things we have here, we have some windscreens which clip onto the top of the microphone. So we have two of those, one for each. Then we just have a USB-C cable for charging the microphones. The receiver itself is powered off of the phone, but this USB-C cable will be what you use for actually charging the microphones. So that's just everything that we get in the box. Again, we have the two microphones, USB-C cable, the receiver, and two little windscreens. These windscreens clip onto the top here, so you can see we do have the microphone here. And then it's pretty much as simple as clipping this onto the top. So you kind of just push on, and it will clip on, and it's pretty securely attached there. So again, if you're outside and it's in a windy environment or something, this will help prevent that wind noise from going into the microphone. So really cool to have those included. And then when you're done using it, you can just kind of pull it back off. So the microphone itself is pretty simple. We have a button on the side for turning it on. So when you go ahead and hold that button, this light will turn on. It will be blinking red and green, saying it's not connected to the receiver, and that will turn to solid green when you connect this receiver to a phone or some other similar device. It does have noise cancelling built in, but does work pretty well in my opinion. If you're talking in a noisy environment, even if there are other people talking in the background or something, most of that is canceled out through this microphone. And with wind and fans and things like that, the vast majority of that will be canceled out with this built-in noise cancelling. We do also have a clip on the back, so you can just go ahead and clip this onto your shirt collar or some other device or something, so nice to have that as well. Then we do have the actual microphone grills on the top, and on the side here we have the USB-C port for charging it. And then towards the bottom here we do have the metal connectors if you were to get a charging case for this. There's a charging case option sold separately, however this is just the one that comes with a padded case. But if you do opt to get that charging case later on, then you'll be able to kind of pop these into the charging case, and they will be charged through the case rather than having to deal with charging them with USB-C. Just an option there, but it is nice that these have that compatibility still. So to actually use this, it's as simple as plugging in this receiver, and you can see that this mic is flashing red and green. Will just turn to be a constant green, and then we do have a light on the bottom indicating that one is connected. If we want to connect the other one, we can just go ahead and hold down this button, and it will turn red and green for a second, and then it will say a constant green indicating that it is connected as well. And then we do have both LEDs on the bottom of the device connected. So it's incredibly easy to set up and very easy to confirm that you are connected. In terms of audio quality, it will take your footage from something like this to something like this. So I have the microphone connected to my iPhone right now. I just put the receiver into the bottom of it, and then I'm holding the microphone that is wirelessly connected. And as you can see, it does sound much better. So there's a good amount of noise cancellation, as I talked about earlier. You can't really hear much of the environment around me. It pretty much just picks up my voice, which is directly next to the microphone. So definitely a big change in audio quality compared to talking directly into the iPhone. So again, this is just talking directly to the iPhone, which is a few feet away, versus using it with the wireless microphone connected. Just to show you another test of the noise cancelling, we do have the fan on right now, so this is recording directly into the iPhone. You can hear quite a bit of that fan, and it is pretty loud. We can still understand what I'm saying, of course, but there is a lot of background noise given that that fan is on. So I'll compare this iPhone audio to the audio of this microphone. The fan still is on and everything's exactly the same, but the noise cancelling in this microphone makes it so you can only hear my voice. You're not hearing that fan anymore. So it's definitely some pretty powerful noise cancelling. It's delivering much cleaner audio than the iPhone's microphone. So overall, it's a very nice pair of microphones. As you heard, it is much better than just the normal iPhone in terms of sound quality. It does sound a little bit tinny sometimes if you get to really high volumes, or if something is loud crashing near you, there will be some distortion. So that would be my only kind of gripe about these, but other than that, they do work very well. And again, it's much better than using your phone's onboard microphone when you're making a vlog or recording some interview or something like that. So definitely recommend them. It's a very great, inexpensive way to step up your audio.